I'm not ashamed to own my Lord, nor to defend his cause. Maintain the honors of his word, the glory of his cross.
Hello, I'm James Brown, and on behalf of the Eastern Church of Christ located in Toronto, Canada, I'd like to welcome you to Thursday's edition of Walking Through the Bible, a podcast where we seek to study the Bible and the Bible alone. Please stick around afterwards for information on how you can contact us. But for now, if you have your Bible with you, please turn to the book of Genesis, and we'll turn the time over to Jeremy Diesekamp for our study of the day.
Thank you, James, and welcome to all of our viewers. This is the third lesson of our study in the book of Genesis. Yesterday, we introduced the book, its purpose, and its author. If you missed that episode and would like to watch it, you can find it and all of our other podcasts on our website at www.eastendchurch.org. You can also find these episodes on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/EastEndChurchOfChrist under the Walking Through the Bible Genesis playlist. Today we're going to begin our study of the book of Genesis, beginning in Genesis 1:1. The text you'll see on the screen is from the English Standard Version, but you're welcome to follow along with any version that you have. So now let's read Genesis 1, beginning at verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. As we stated yesterday, the word Genesis means beginning, so it is only logical for the book to begin with the very beginning and the creation of this universe. Before moving on, however, I would like you to notice something. The Bible simply asserts that God exists. It doesn't try to prove God's existence using much of the reasoning we do today. It simply states, in the beginning, God. I believe the writer made this assertion not because showing God to exist is unimportant, but because the existence of God should be so obvious that it shouldn't need to be proven. Sadly, today we live in a world that either doesn't believe in God at all or believes in many other gods. So we have to go through different types of studies trying to show that a belief in one God, the God of the Bible, is reasonable. Not so with the book of Genesis. The very first verse simply states God's existence as fact. Moving on to the rest of verse 1, we find a teaching that is very controversial. That is, of course, that this earth was created by God from nothing, and that everything that exists was created and not a result of billions of years of evolution. Now, on its face, this teaching should not be that radical, for there is plenty of evidence that can be found that would support an earth that was created by an intelligent being and not as a result of chance evolution. But unfortunately, the scientific community on the whole doesn't accept this type of conclusion, instead choosing to use the same evidence that we use to support creation to teach evolution by natural selection. They teach that this universe came into existence via the Big Bang, approximately 13.8 billion years ago. Over the next few billions of years, stars and galaxies formed, followed by planets, including our Earth, around 4.5 billion years ago. Now, because our planet was far enough from our sun, but not too far away, liquid water was able to form on the Earth, which scientists believe produced the first life forms about 3.8 billion years ago. They then assert that this primitive life evolved from simple to more complex life forms over the next 3.8 billion years, resulting in the evolution of modern man about 70,000 to 200,000 years ago. Now, even though this theory may sound plausible to most people, there are a lot of things that I find lacking in its explanations, too many to list in the time that we have today. Perhaps we'll deal with this topic in some of our question and answer sessions on Sundays sometime in the future. But getting back to Genesis, the Bible teaches that God created this universe and this earth. It teaches us that the earth was created before the sun, moon, and stars, and that it is the intended home for God's creation. It teaches that God made all living things after their own kind, and that He did not use evolution as a vehicle to accomplish creation. That's simply what the Bible teaches, whether people like it or not. Now, I know there are some who are trying to harmonize the Bible with evolution by claiming that the days mentioned later on in this chapter are not real days, but in fact could be ages spanning millions and millions of years. My, what somersaults we do to try to make the Bible fit into a theory that was never meant to include God. Because in truth, that's what the theory of evolution is, an explanation for this universe without God. And frankly, if I can't trust the Bible in the very first verse to be telling me the truth, why can I trust it in other places? The Bible teaches six-day creation, nothing more and nothing less. Well, our time is up for today. Please join us, the Lord willing, tomorrow when we will continue our study of Genesis, beginning with Genesis 1, verse 2.
Thank you, Jeremy. And to our viewers, we also thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Should you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment below or email us at answerintheword@gmail.com. We'll try to respond to you as quickly as we can. We hope you'll join us, the Lord willing, tomorrow when we'll be continuing our study of the book of Genesis. Goodbye for now and have a great day.
I'm not ashamed.